Hi, we're very excited, Mrs. Abalow's Social Studies first period class, to present the play of Isis and Osiris.
In the beginning, Ra, the Shining One, gave light to everything below. He was the sun, rising high into the sky, and he created everything upon the earth. Ra was all-powerful, and the secret of his power lay in his name, which was hidden from all the world. Having this power, he only needed to speak the name of a thing, and it would come into being.
Blow, shew the wind, faughteth not the rain, rise gave the land.
When Ra uttered the name of each thing, it was. When he called the name of Happy, the waters of the sacred Nile flowed across the land, giving life to whatever they touched. When Ra called the name of Nut, the goddess rose and stretched her shimmering body as far as the eye could see, and she was the sky.
Man, woman,
Then, as Ra called them into being, humans were born upon the earth, and they populated the land of Egypt.
I would descend from the heavens and rule over these creatures.
So Ra descended and took on the form of a regal human with the head of a fierce falcon, and ruled over the people of Egypt as their pharaoh. For 1,000 years he ruled, and there was peace and plenty. During this golden age, the Nile never failed to rise at just the right time each year, perfectly flooding the fields and preparing them for the growing season. Men today still speak of the good times when Ra's reign meant peace and perfection upon the earth, but such a time could not last forever. Since he had taken on the form of a human, Ra began to age. As the years advanced, his limbs shook with a vague weakness, and his mind grew cloudy.
What is happening to me?
Perplexed by these changes, Ra summoned Thoth, the god of wisdom and magic. Thoth appeared as a tall, slender man with the head of a long beak and an ibis bird.
Bow before your supreme master, I command you.
Thoth fell to his face and kissed the ground before Ra.
This is certainly embarrassing. Louder. This is certainly embarrassing.
Stop muttering and address me.
Sorry, Almighty Ra, you have summoned me, and now before you I stand, or actually before you I grovel on the floor.
Don't be cute with me. When I first spoke your name, I knew one day I would need your wisdom. So tell me, why am I growing weak?
You know I diagnose much better when I am standing.
Fine, you may stand in the presence of Ra.
Thoth rose to his feet. His bird-like features only enhanced the wise look he always bore.
Now tell me, what is wrong with me?
You mean apart from being an egomaniac? Divine Father, the answer is simple. You are growing old.
Ha! A god cannot grow old.
No, but you made yourself a bit mortal to rule over the earth, and no man can live forever.
Then I'll reverse the transformation.
You cannot. You will continue to weaken until you are no longer able to rule. Already your mind is slipping. For 1,000 years your thoughts have kept all things full of light. Yet now darkness is creeping into the world. Men are turning evil. They are devouring the flesh of one another.
You are mistaken.
Impossible. You created me to know these things, and I do. Yet the world is not lost. Another ruler will come after you.
Another ruler? I am Ra, who created all the world. Why would I give up my throne?
For the good of all that you created.
Kaka!
The power of Ra flamed out, bursting forth like the rays of the sun. As his falcon beak flashed with fire, all those gathered there fell to their faces before him, even Thoth.
Silence, I am the Shining One. No one will rule but me.
Testy, do not punish me for speaking the truth, Ra.
Ra's falcon eyes burned with malice.
Then tell me exactly what you see. Who will rule after me?
I feel like I'm pronouncing someone's death sentence here.
Speak.
Very well. If the goddess Nut, the lady of the heavens, has a child, he will one day rule in Egypt.
Kaka! I have heard enough. If it is a child of Nut that will do this, Nut shall have no children.
Ra raised his staff toward Nut, the goddess of the sky.
Nut, descend from the inky abyss of the heavens and appear before me.
From the evening darkness, the form of a shimmering, starlit woman settled down to the shining floor of Ra's palace. She too fell upon her face before the Almighty Sun God.
Your humble servant is here, Divine Father.
Don't sweet talk me, you traitor. How dare you bear a child who will supplant me?
I do not mean to disobey you, mighty Ra, but there are already 5 children growing inside of me. It is only natural that they will soon be born.
I say what is natural, not you. My words created the world, and they can manipulate it as easily.
Ra struck his staff against the floor, and it let out a blinding flash.
Now I curse you. I decree that you will never give birth on any day or night of the year. I've spoken, and what I have spoken cannot be altered.
With a wild look, Ra turned toward Thoth.
Not even you, Thoth, can make your prediction come true. Now be gone, all of you, and let no one speak of this again. I, the Almighty Ra, have spoken.
Leaving the presence of Ra, Thoth and Nut floated silently up into the sky. Thoth wiped tears from Nut's cheeks with his slender hand.
Thoth, these children must be born. I cannot hold them back forever. I can sense they will be gods of great power. You love me, don't you? Help me.
I will, my love. You will be called the Mother of God someday.
Which day? No such day exists. Ra declared that I cannot give birth on any day or night of the year.
Do not ruin your beauty with tears. I will make it happen somehow.
The sky was growing dark. Ra was retiring for the evening. In his stead, Khonsu, the moon, was rising.
The Master of the Day has forbidden your children to be born, but there is also the Master of Night. Leave this to me, my love.
Kissing his love goodbye, Thoth turned toward the rising glow of the moon god. As Khonsu walked his night path through the sky, his green skin radiated in the dark atmosphere.
Oh, Thoth, I thought that was you. What do you want?
Greetings, Khonsu. I thought I might catch you here on your predictable, boring path. Care for a little game while you walk the sky tonight? I am hesitant to ask, for you are sure to beat me with wisdom such as yours.
Ha, you always were a liar, Thoth, but I will play with you. These night journeys do grow tedious and lonesome. What is the game of choice?
From his satchel, Thoth pulled forth a small carved box.
Senate, what shall we wager?
Nothing. You have already cheated me out of all I have. It is not wise to gamble with the God of wisdom.
There is no sport to it if we don't gamble. Why don't you give me something you can spare? A bit of your light, perhaps? You always glow so brightly. You must have plenty of light to spare.
Fair enough.
Thoth opened a compartment in the side of the Senate box and produced some tiny pieces. So the two gods played game after game throughout the night, and Thoth won and won until he had amassed a great amount of the moon's light.
Stop. We must cease this, or I won't have any light left to shine upon the world. You cheated me, Thoth, as you always do.
Yes, you're practically green with envy. Ha!
Leave me at once before I write your scrawny chicken neck.
It's an ibis neck, Moon Man. Farewell.
Fading into the darkness with his newly acquired moonlight, Thoth snickered to himself. Ever since that great game of Senate, Khonsu the moon has not had enough light to shine fully throughout each month, but dwindles down into darkness, and then only gradually fills to his full glory again. Thoth pulled the moonlight he had won out from his satchel and stretched it out like cobwebs between his fingers.
I will have to summon all my cunning and cleverness to complete this task. Fortunately, I have plenty.
Using his skillful hands, Thoth fashioned 5 more days that had not been cursed by Ra, and released them into the world. Before this, there had only been 360 days in each year, but these 5 days set the calendar right. Then Thoth called out to Nut, the goddess he loved.
Nut, my darling, I have made 5 new days untouched by Ra's jealousy. Release the children within you, and the world will be blessed.
Thank you.
In the fresh light of 5 new days, Nut gave birth 5 times, to a different heavenly child each day. Out of these divine children, 3 were the most powerful. They were a green-skinned god named Osiris, a beautiful baby goddess named Isis, and a dark beast-headed god with a long forked tail named Set, who at once began to bite at the limbs of Osiris, his well-formed brother.
Grrr. No, my son, no.
Thoth came to admire the divine children that had been born on his specially created days. He smiled with admiration upon Osiris and Isis.
These look like wise children. I will have to come and teach them all that I know. It will take a while.
Thoth frowned when he gazed upon Set, who was gnawing upon his own tail.
Whew! That is an ugly child.
Set had a black snout like a beast, and he pressed his long, flat ears against his head as he glowered at Thoth.
Lovely child. I can't place the beast that he has for a face. Perhaps it is an omen.
I cannot thank you enough, my love, for helping me birth these children. I believe the world will always be in your debt.
It was true. Osiris grew up to be a handsome god, and Isis knew no rival for her beauty and wisdom. Throughout their childhood, Thoth visited the young god and goddess, teaching them much of his wisdom. Everyone knew that it would be Osiris who would fulfill Thoth's prophecy and ascend to Ra's throne. Yet it was the throne still occupied by the sun god himself. Ra's dementia had deepened. His whole body now shook, and he drooled upon himself. In the meantime, the men living upon the earth grew more and more beast-like, devouring the flesh of one another. Yet no one spoke against Ra or his rule. One day, Isis, now fully grown, went to visit Thoth.
I come to you for some wisdom, wise Thoth.
I like how you begin a request, my dear. It is very persuasive.
You foretold my beloved brother Osiris would sit on Ra's throne, but the sun god refuses to relinquish it.
Yes, the old son of a gun refuses to set, doesn't he? Of course, I know a way that someone could gain power over him.
You do? Please tell me, Thoth.
No, I'm too smart for that. I have the head of a bird, not the brain of one.
You never withheld wisdom from me before. Why do so now?
Wisdom, just like power, is dangerous in the wrong hands. Why do you wish for this wisdom?
To put my brother on Ra's throne and nothing else.
You are a shrewd girl. Are you sure you don't want some of that power for yourself?
Perhaps if I place Osiris on Ra's throne, he will make me his queen, and I have loved him since the moment of my birth.
Very well, then I will teach you Ra's power to create comes from a secret name which no one on the earth knows.
But you know it, right?
Are you kidding? I just said no one knows it, but I think you could find it out. I know that you have learned the secrets of moon magic from Khonsu. With that knowledge, you're almost a better magician than me. Almost.
Isis blushed at this compliment.
This task would require you to create a new creature, one not spoken into existence by Ra. Do you think you could accomplish such a thing?
I could and I shall, if I depose Ra.
If Ra finds out about your treachery, he could destroy you.
I do not care. He is a Triton, and I want to see him dethroned. The human being of the earth need a leader who is worthy of them.
Then here is what you do.
Thoth told Isis to attend the aged god of the sun and wait for a bit of spittle to fall from his mouth. This substance could be manipulated by Isis's moon magic, and from it she could form a new creature.
Thank you for attending me, my dear. It is so nice to go for a walk with the beautiful young goddess on my arm.
It's my pleasure, Almighty Ra.
One afternoon, as they strolled together, a spasm hit Ra.
Ah!
Isis secretly collected a bit of the drool, which had fallen from his mouth and landed upon the dust of the ground. This she took into her chambers, and there she cast a spell upon it until she had crafted a totally new kind of creature. It was long and slender with a hood around its neck. Isis made the first cobra, the Uraeus, which became the sacred serpent of Egypt.
I will place the fury poison of my midnight magic within you. My creation will strike even when the sun god will feel your power.
She released her newly created cobra into the garden of Ra, where he took his afternoon walks, and as he passed, the snake latched onto his divine ankle.
Ah, attendant, come at once.
Isis was waiting to hear Ra's cries, and she knelt by the sun god as he writhed upon the ground in pain.
What's the matter, almighty gods of men?
Some creature has bitten me, but I caught a glimpse of it there in the grass. But I don't understand. I created all the creatures of the world, but I did not recognize this one. Please help me. I know that you have magical powers.
Of course I will help you, noble Ra, but I can only ease your pain if you tell me. Your secret hidden name for you can only be cured if that holy name is mingled with my spells.
The old god's falcon eyes opened wide in realization.
What? You seek this information for your brother, that Osiris was born from none. Oh, if I had been a bit stronger, I would have destroyed him for being born in the first place.
I have named my price, Ra. Only the knowledge of your secret name will give you the relief of this pain.
Never, never. Ah.
Soon the pain grew too much for even Ra to bear. The poison had worked its way through his already withered body until his limbs were swollen black and blue. Isis watched his agony without pity.
Why, you treacherous witch, you have won. I know who has orchestrated all of this, too, that blasted god of wisdom. But this pain is too great for me to bear. I will tell you my secret name.
That is wise of you, mighty Ra.
But you must promise me one thing, that you will never tell, you will tell no one else what name until you have a son, the son who shall sit on my throne.
I swear.
So Ra whispered his secret name, the name which had been hidden since the beginning of time, into the ear of Isis. His cough, his double whispering spirit spoke it to her cough. It depleted his power to do so, and the old god looked weaker than ever. Then Isis mingled that name with her spell.
Flow forth from Amun-Ra, poison of the cobra. Leave him in peace.
As Isis watched, Amun-Ra laid back his head, and his frail, shining body lifted up into the heavens, taking his place aboard the barge of the sun. To this day, he still makes his daily voyage across the sky, but Amun-Ra is not the same as he was in former days. His glory has passed. Each night he passes under the earth through the 12 regions called the Duat, through which the spirits of the dead must also pass. Isis returned to Thoth to proclaim her victory.
I have completed my mission and Amun-Ra has passed into the heavens.
Yes, I saw a new sun rising. It means hope for gods and men.
Thoth called a convening of the gods.
Years ago, I predicted that the day would come when the throne of Amun-Ra would be inhabited by another. That day is now. We must crown the new king. Let Osiris come forth.
At this news, there was a hissing sound. All the gods turned to where Set was snarling and swishing his tail angrily.
Why must it be Osiris? Is he the only god worthy of the throne?
Yes, it is the only Osiris who is worthy to rule over us.
Osiris turned to face Set.
I do not wish for there to be war between us, brother. Thoth has foreseen it. I am destined to be king.
I guess that settles it. One bird brain. I guess that settles it. One bird brain squawks out a prophecy, and the rest of us must follow it blindly. Fine, let the new king be Osiris. You will hear no objections from me.
Yet even as he said this, the dog-like eyes of Set glittered with greed and hatred. Osiris ascended to the throne of Amun-Ra and was crowned king of all Egypt. Isis presented Osiris with his crown, a regal white crown with the red feathers of an ostrich on either side. Crowned with power, Osiris took his place as the heir of Amun-Ra.
I know whose wisdom who made this day possible.
Well, I only played a small
Isis, my sister, won the throne for me, and I will therefore make her my queen.
Osiris took his sister to be his queen, and never before or after has there been a grander pair. After this, it became a custom for the pharaohs of Egypt to take their sisters as their queens in remembrance of Osiris and Isis. Even Set, their demented brother, took their other sister, Nephthys, as his wife. Together, the royal couple, Osiris and Isis, built a magnificent city called Thebes upon the Nile as their capital.
Noble husband, you must teach the men living among earth your divine wisdom.
Yes, there is much more evil in the world. I will go at once.
I will go with you.
Traveling about in divine majesty, Osiris and Isis taught the humans of the earth how to live, how to plant crops and harvest them, how to make laws, and how to build up civilization. Soon throughout the lands of Upper and Lower Egypt, peace and learning had spread.
Now I must travel further on. There are other people who need our help.
You go, but I will stay behind to watch over Egypt.
Very well, I will miss you while I'm gone.
In Osiris's absence, Set began skulking around the palace, sticking his snout into the royal chambers and spreading disharmony.
Of course he should be ruling his own people.
I say you are just jealous that he is king and you're not.
Oh, sister, time will tell who will be the true king.
Set began to plot and speak against Osiris in dark corners, finally poisoning several other gods against the wise ruler.
Follow me, and I will bring the glory days of Ra. I will be fitting her heir to the god of the sun.
To his brother, Set was nothing but obedient and kind, so the other gods suspected nothing. Only wise Isis saw through Set's simpering and cast a distrustful eye on her beastly brother. When Osiris returned from a mission in faraway lands, Set appeared before his brother, gleefully swishing his forked tail to and fro behind him.
Brother, thank goodness you are home. I am hosting a special feast in your honor. Will you attend, won't you?
I would be honored. How could I refuse such an offer from my own brother?
Oh yes, the best of brothers.
Yet Isis tried to dissuade her husband from attending.
I do not like this, Osiris. I do not trust Set. He's always shifting around in odd places.
It's not hungry. Oh, well, he is part dog, I think.
I mean, he's not trusted.
Nonsense, he's harmless.
You may go, but I will have nothing to do with his foolishness.
Osiris arrived at Set's feast, where a great number of the gods were gathered.
Brother, in your honor of your return, I have the most entertaining contest.
Set brought forth a magnificent treasure, a golden box made from cedar wood, from Lebanon, and ebony, from Ethiopia, and inlaid with gold, silver, ivory, and precious stones.
I have made this wonder, but only one guest can claim it, the one who fits into it perfectly. Who would like to try?
Many gods and goddesses stepped forward to try it, hoping they might be the one to win it. But it did not fit any of them. Some were too tall, others too short, some too wide, and some too skinny.
Here, let me give it a try.
Oh,
Osiris-
yes, please.
Osiris climbed its top, and the contour of the gilded box matched his body precisely. No one knew that Set had measured Osiris's body in secret while he slept, and built the box to fit only him.
Look at that, you fit perfectly.
Ha, I knew it fits me like the skin I was born in.
How ironic, since it is the coffin you will die in now.
Before Osiris could react, the allies of Set rushed forward and slammed the lid upon the box. They poured molten lead into every crack of the box, sealing it airtight. From within the box, Osiris could be heard feebly trying to free himself. His tappings grew weaker and weaker until they ceased completely.
Well, that was a quick dynasty. Osiris is dead, now Egypt will serve him.
Set turned his beastly face toward the other gods. Some cowered in fright, while others merely looked confused.
Take that box and throw it into the Nile. It is flooding nicely about now. The river will sweep the remains of Osiris away, and we will be free from him forever.
Set's servants complied, and the turgid river washed the coffin of Osiris away. When the god Thoth heard what had happened, he went to Isis at once.
Osiris has been slain by Set.
Oh, my dear one.
Go, perhaps there is still time. Set has thrown Osiris's body into the Nile. If you can find it, perhaps you can bring him back from the dead.
Even my magical arts are not enough to do such a thing.
You love Osiris more than anyone else. If you cannot bring him back, no one can. At the very least, you can ensure that his body is buried. Otherwise, he cannot enter the land of the dead.
But I cannot go. There's a child growing within me.
You must go all the same.
The raging river had borne the coffin of Osiris far, through the delta and in the sea near the city of Tanis. Away it went over the waves, until it came at last to the city of Byblos in Syria, the oldest city in the world. There a great wave lifted the coffin and cast it up onto the roofs of a tamarisk tree. Sensing the divine presence within the box, the tree quickly grew around it, hiding the secret coffin within its bark. Meanwhile, Isis took on the disguise of a human, shearing short her hair as a sign of mourning, and began to search upon the world for her missing love. Upon her journey down in Lower Egypt, on the banks of the reedy Nile, she gave birth to a son, a falcon-headed child.
I will name you Horus. You will be a great ruler one day if you survive. I must protect you from your villainous uncle.
Isis looked around her desperately. Only the deserted banks of the Nile could be seen in any direction.
Oh, Wadjet, you are known as kindly goddess. I have just given birth to the son. Here, will you help me guard him?
Yes, Isis, I am here.
I promise that I will return. I must find the body of my husband. Thank you for understanding.
Go, search. He will be safe with me.
So cobra-headed Wadjet became the guardian of little Horus, the son of Osiris. From that day onward, the emblem of the cobra always guarded the head of the pharaohs. With her child nestled within the coils of Wadjet's embrace, Isis made herself a boat of papyrus reeds and continued her search.
I will find you, Osiris, even if I have to search for all eternity.
The current of the Nile propelled her boat, but it was her love that drew her on.
Done? You said the current of the Nile propelled her boat? Okay, we're done.